Welcome surfers, it is Joele and this is Rustlers. In today's video, in today's atom, we talk about formatting. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, maybe this is the right time to do it. What do you think? Okay, we can start. Rust formatting is compile time checked. That means that the strings placeholders must match the number and types of the value you pass to this string, and also the traits those values implement. We use 4 main macros most of the time. Probably the most common is the print line. You already see these macros many times. Print line, print align to the standard output. Today we see other macro like print or format or print line. In today's coding, we write code in the browser-based Rust playground for the sake of simplicity. We can start with the print line. We already know it, but today we explore it in most complete way. So, print line works with many kind of formatting arguments. For example, we can use it with a positional indication of what is the argument to put inside the string. For example, I write 0, 0 and 1. So in the first placeholder I want the first parameter, also in the second placeholder, but in the third placeholder I want the second parameter. So the first parameter is echo and the second parameter is our magic number 42. The right answer to all questions. I can also use names to select a specific parameter. So in this case I can specify, for example, the parameter length and the parameter verse. That is the version. So the first parameter is length, is a named parameter in this case, and the name is Rust. And the version is a number, 2021. Okay, if I execute this code, I can find the formatted string. In this case, the parameter is repeated twice because I reported twice the 0 position of the parameter, and in this case the formatter chose the right string to print. Let's do something fancier of the from formatting capabilities of Rust. I can print something with an alignment. For example, I can print with 6 position alignment to the right, and I can also print with left alignment. This is the right and this is the left. number of position is the same, 6. The parameter to print is also 42. I can also center my parameter. So print line centered 6 42. Now 42 is written aligned to the right, aligned to the left, and centered. Another interesting formatting thing that I can do is the zero padding. So print line with 0 padding. Okay. 42. And in this case I have 40 before my parameters, before my number. With this kind of formatting I can also select a specific precision for floats. So if my parameter is a float, 14159, I can print simply a part of this number, so dot 3. Okay. I forgot something here. Yes. Okay. In this case, the formatter write only 142 because the rest of the precision numbers are rounded. So in this case, 159 is rounded to 2. I can print in other base, hexadecimal base, for example. So print line something in hexadecimal, what, 255. Okay, or in binary. So binary 2555. Okay, sorry, but this is not Vim. Okay, this is 255 in hexadecimal and this is 255 in binary. When I need to format numbers, I can also format it with an explicit sign. This means that the formatter, for example, in this case, 10. Okay. Use the plus sign also if usually is not included in the formatting because I request it explicitly. Okay, now I have the the sign also in a positive number. In all these cases we formatting numbers that implement the display trait. But there are types that do not implement this trait, and maybe I want to see what this type contain just for diagnostic. In this case, I can use the debug or the pretty printed debug formatting feature. Let's declare an hash map, because the hash map do not implement the display trait. Collection hash map. Okay. And I create ages hash map of string slice and unsigned 32. I create an empty hash map for now, and after this I can add a couple of values. So ages, insert Alice 30 years and Bob 25 years. If I simply try to print this hash map, the print line simply don't work. Because ages do not implement the display trait. This hash map cannot be formatted, but if I want to see the content for diagnostic, I simply do something like this. In this case, I don't use the display trait, but the debug trait. And so I can see the content of my hash map. If the hash map is big and maybe I want a pretty printed version of this hash map, I write a very similar thing, but in this case pretty printed. And now the formatter adding some padding here, some new lines to make this hash map easier to read. When I formatting numbers, width of the number and precision can also come from arguments. For example, I want to write a number with 0 width. Okay, now looks good, and with this precision. Okay. With the dollar sign, I select a specific parameters by name. So I can use also the same number, the P number, and I need a width and a precision. So I can write width equal to W and precision equal to P. Okay. Perfect. As you can see, this can be very useful when you want to programmatic choose the formatting in a dynamic way. There are also other macros. For now we use only the printline macros, but we have also the print macros that do the same thing of printline, but without an explicit new line. So if I print no and I print a new line, I have these two strings in a single line. If I want a new line, I must explicitly print this special character, the new line character. Okay. I can also use the format macro to build a string without any input-output operation. So I want a string formatted like this. Okay. So 2, 3, and 2 plus 3. Now I simply have a string, so to print it I must use the print line again. Perfect. Okay, let's try this macro. 2 plus 3 equal to 5, but in this case formatted in a string that I can use in any part of my code. The last macro that we try is the E print line. Is this. This is useful when you want to print something to the standard error stream. Rust have two different streams, one for the standard output and one for the error output. So in this case, if I print warning error, okay, and I run this code, as you can see I don't have this formatted string in the standard output, but I have it in the standard error stream. Perfect. For today's video it's all. So see you in the next atom, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and to keep your thinking cap on.